In the 1970s, when this van was being built, they were in the midst of the second oil crisis. This one not so much causing gas shortages like the first one did, but still definitely causing anxiety with consumers. In addition to that, there was also the introduction of CARB laws, which are like corporate average emissions. So GM and Ford at the time had to make their entire lineup produce a certain amount of emissions per car sold. And one of the ways that they did that was by reducing the carburetor, basically reducing the amount of air that the engine can suck in. All right, so back tank is full to the brim. And now we're going to use this Track Me feature of my watch. And we're going to give it a start. This should be about 48 or so kilometers. And then we'll check back and see how it is. Alrighty, just pulled up at the gas station. We've gone 42.4 kilometers in 34 minutes. Let's go fill up the tank and see how much gas we used. 7.4 liters. So I went about 43 kilometers. I used about 7 liters of gas. In doing so, that calculates out to about 17.6 liters per 100 kilometers, or for you Americans, that's 13.36 miles per gallon. Now, is that bad? I don't think so. If you compare it to a modern Toyota Tacoma with all of the EFI and variable valve timing and 6-speed transmission and, you know, overdrive and all of these new features, the low rolling resistance and, you know, actual aerodynamic shape, it's only getting about 11 to 12 liters per 100 kilometers, which frankly is pretty poor. This is a motorcycle carburetor, and you can see that it has one barrel. That's one hole where air is drawn through. In the bottom here, there's a little bowl of gas and then a jet at the bottom. And what'll happen is when air blows through this carburetor, it'll suck gasoline up the top, atomize it, and blow it into the engine. This is a one-barrel carburetor. Now, what Ford had originally intended is a 4-barrel carburetor. As you can see, it's got 4 holes. 2 of them are a lot bigger than the other 2. And the reason for that is that these 2 are called the primaries, and the primaries are what run your engine about 90% of the time. When you put the engine under high demand, these ones will start to open, and basically you'll be able to draw more air and more gas into your engine. So what Ford basically did was they put on a carburetor that looks like this, where these 2 don't exist. And the reason why they did that is because when you only have those 2, you can only ever put that much air into the engine, which in turn reduces the amount of gas that you could use if you wanted to. So 2-barrel will give you pretty significant gas savings, provided that you don't jam your foot on the accelerator all the time. I don't, so I think what I got from this test was pretty accurate about what I should be getting for this model year and this size engine. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But if you're also thinking about buying a car that's old like this, I wouldn't be too concerned about fuel economy, because it's really not that much worse than a modern car.